Hi, this is Ruud Jolie from For All We Know and you're watching Live Prog.
Hi, this is Woodstick, you're watching Live Prog. Rock on. No, seriously, rock on.
Hello, welcome to Live Prog. My name is Marcel Haster. I'm very happy to do this video review right now because I have an album from a singer that I've been an admirer of for quite a few years. It's a singer who worked with Arjen Lucassen, and the first time was in '98 with Into the Electric Castle album, and that was the first time I heard her sing. But she's probably most famous for the fact that she's been the front lady of The Gathering for some 13 years. And she did a lot more than that. She shared the stage with Within Temptation. She toured with Anathema. She recorded and performed with Devin Townsend, and she also recorded and performed with Maiden United, and probably done a lot more. But we are here to talk about her new solo album. Which one? Well, of course you already know whom I'm talking about. It is of course Anneke van Giersbergen, and her new album is called Everything is Changing. As you may well know, Live Prog mainly focuses on progressive rock. And now we have Everything is Changing by Anneke van Giersbergen. What to do? You know what? We'll throw away the prog hat and we're going to focus on an amazing album. It's an incredibly tasty album. It's a feel-good album. Well, when I played this one, you know, it really made me happy. And that is well, that's of course very good that music does that. Now, we have social networks these days, Facebook, and on Facebook word travels very fast. So, of course, I always keep an eye on the music of Anneke van Giersbergen, and when I picked up the info and the news on the new album, I kind of followed what was going around. And then there was something very interesting, and then I say, well, that is the way it should be. Because a Dutch radio website offered this entire album, you know, here's the back, as a stream where you could listen to it. And you could listen to it just for free over and over again. Now, I did that. They did that a couple of weeks before the release, and I listened to it and I thought, wow, this is a great album. You know, I really want to feature this one on Live Prog because, well, I can honestly say Anneke van Giersbergen is probably my favorite female singer. So I'm very happy that I can now do a review of her. I also had the pleasure of meeting her about a year ago when she guested on a show of Devin Townsend here in Holland. So that was kind of cool as well. Now, when I listened to the album, there are a couple of things that I noted. As I said, it's not progressive rock. Don't expect 20-minute long complex tracks with mellotrons and everything. No, this is more straightforward uptempo rock, you know, with a feel-good vibe on it. Songs are shorter, you know, and I kind of use the word poppy a bit because it is very accessible music. It's more, well, I wouldn't say commercial, but more mainstream orientated. There are a lot of people who will enjoy this album, not just the prog rock fans, but a lot more. And the fact that Anneke has a lot of success with this album shows that she's already been on several TV programs where she performed as well and was interviewed. So she's doing very good and, well, of course, well deserved, I'd say. Now, the first song of the album, Feel Alive, was made a single. There was a video clip recorded of it, put on YouTube, on Facebook and everything, you know. So you should check it out because it's a great song and it immediately shows you what a great album it is, because that vibe goes throughout the entire album. Now, a lot of songs are really up-tempo rocking songs. There are a couple of songs that have some more electronics in it, a bit of a, well, I say alternative rock, but that's probably because of lack of a better expression. You know, the language barrier hinders me a little bit in this respect. But nevertheless, there's a lot to discover of the album. And there was one song that I'd say, oh my god, you know, that gives me goosebumps, chills down my spine. That is the 6th track. It's called Circles, and it's just Anneke singing with piano and violin, and wow, that song alone, you know, is so beautiful. But throughout the album, she has gathered a bunch of amazing musicians. We'll get to them in a moment. But, you know, it is her voice that makes this album so great and such a pleasure to listen to. I'd almost say, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of music she sings, her voice alone is great to listen to. Now, the musicians, we'll open up the package, as you can see here, and when you put out the CD, there's the beautiful logo of Anneke. Now, it's interesting that when she recorded this album, she said that she's kind of looking for her, well, identity as a solo artist, because of course when she left the Gathering to pursue her solo career, she had a couple of name changes along the way. She started with Agua Recordings, and then later on she moved on to Anneke van Giersbergen and Agua Recordings, and now it's just Anneke van Giersbergen, because that is the identity that she can, you know, do a lot of things with. She's not limited by any style or anything, she can just make the music she likes. Now, so far, I'm very happy with the result.
You're holding on to love. You'll never give up hope when all we do is run around in circles, and everyone is searching for the answers. You close your eyes, you're ready to start over and again.
That's the booklet.
You leave the past behind.
Beautiful photo. And of course, the lyrics. Now, the part I'm going to mention is the part you see here. Not too much, otherwise you've already read it. But you can just pause it and read it. But alright, now, Anneke wrote this album together with Daniel Cardoso, a producer who also played, well, a lot of instruments on the album. But aside from that, she had a few guests and other musicians on it, and, well, a lot of familiar names, I gotta say, because, well, her husband, Rob Snijders, is on drums mainly, but I also saw the name of an old friend of mine, Dennis Leeflang. I knew him from way back when he was drummer for Suncaged, and even way further back from Within Temptation. He also drums on a couple of songs. Then we have another very familiar name, Ruud Jolie. Well, of course they work together at Maiden United. He plays guitar on a lot of tracks. And another familiar name, also a bit related to Ayreon in the beginning, is René Merkelbach, who plays some keyboards. And he's the one who plays the grand piano on that beautiful track Circles. And Camilla van der Kooi does the violin on that song. So, well, a couple of familiar names, but altogether a fantastic group of musicians that altogether make this album, you know, show it again, everything is changing, a delight to listen to. Now, it's not prog, it's more mainstream maybe, but it is a beautiful album. It is filled with amazing tracks, which you will play over and over again. You know, that's the magic that Anneke van Giersbergen manages to put into her music. So I know this is my opinion. You can, well, agree with it or not, that's up to you. But I say live prog must have, you know. This one, or at least something from this amazing scene, but preferably this one, because this is